everyone, Saki here and welcome back to my channel. First off, before we start, if you see this bag in my background, this is not my bag, this is my mom's bag, and I actually have it here because I did a video all about vintage Chanel that I really love, and this one I borrowed from my mom's because this is a vintage Chanel piece that I absolutely love from her collection. So if you do like this bag and want to find out more about it, or if you are a fan of vintage Chanel as well, I highly recommend you go check out that video. I will leave it in the description box below. But today I kind of wanted to do something different. So I wanted to talk about brands that are popular that I don't have anything of. And the reason why I thought of this video is because someone asked me the other day why I don't have a certain bag in my collection, and they thought maybe it's just because I don't like this brand, and that wasn't the case. And then that got me thinking that there are a couple of brands out there that are super popular that a lot of YouTubers and luxury lovers have items from that I just don't have. So I thought I would talk about all of those brands and then my different reasons behind why I don't have anything from them. So the first brand that I'm going to be talking about is Fendi, which was the brand I was actually asked about. So I don't have anything from Fendi, and it's not because I don't like them. I actually am a fan of some of their items, especially the Fendi baguette. I've actually talked about that on my channel multiple times, I believe now. It keeps being one of those bags that I really want to buy and I really love the look of, but for some reason I just can't bring myself to purchase the Fendi baguette, especially at retail price. So I have been keeping an eye out on the secondhand market. I actually do have a bag that I've been eyeing, and it's not pink, but it's rose gold. And I have seen it pop up on Fashion File a couple of times, but has never been the right timing. So I do think that if this bag comes around again and it is good timing, I might go ahead and purchase this one because I do really love the look of it. And I just like how I love this one and it's not pink for once. So it would be fun to add a little bit of variety in my collection. As for other Fendi bags, there have been ones that I really like, but I haven't even come close to purchasing, such as the Fendi Peekaboo and the Fendi Can I know that one's a little bit older, but those just haven't been released in styles or colors that I absolutely love yet. So yeah, although I can appreciate this brand, I just haven't bought anything because I haven't found the perfect one. The second brand that I'm going to be talking about is Dolce & Gabbana. So as you guys may know, I actually did used to have a bag from Dolce & Gabbana. However, I did sell it a while ago now, and I don't really plan on purchasing anything else from this brand. I do think that a lot of their designs are really pretty, but they're just so controversial that I don't feel good about buying it. I just like to try and avoid conflict and controversy, and it's just one of those brands that keeps coming into the media's attention. Although I'm not sure if anything has surfaced recently about them, I would rather just avoid all of that, especially like being on YouTube and everything. This is gonna sound weird, but I don't like to have to justify my actions, and I just feel like whenever I do even talk about them on my channel, I get flamed in the comments, and this might just be like a cop-out, but I'd just rather not deal with that. So that is why I don't have anything currently from Dolce & Gabbana. The next brand is a brand that I've talked about recently in my latest dupes video, and that is Bottega Veneta. So I've actually never even thought about buying a Bottega Veneta bag before. I've just never really found their designs interesting. I think that they look very simple, which is nice for a lot of people, but for me, I just have never loved their designs. However, I'm kind of starting to feel a little bit different about it, and that is why I bought my dupe for one of their bags. I actually have it right here. This is my Kate Spade meringue bag, and I believe that this is a dupe for the mini Bottega Veneta pouch. So because I started liking that bag and I found this one, I thought I would just purchase the dupe instead of spending the thousands of dollars it is to buy the real one. And then this one also has an interesting point too, because it's got this little braided handle, which I thought was really cute. Even if I had the money to spend on the Bottega Veneta one, I'd still buy this one because I just love the braided design a little bit more than the plain one from Bottega Veneta. And then I also don't really love their like quilted bags. I think because I've started to see it a lot more now, I have gotten used to it and I kind of find myself liking it. It's to the point where if they did release one in a pink color, I probably would look at it. I don't know if I would buy it, but I would definitely consider it, I think. But yeah, I think that I've just slowly grown to like it over time, but it's still not something that I think really suits my style, so I'm not sure if I'll ever add one into my collection, but who knows. The next brand is Balenciaga. So Balenciaga is one of those brands that I just have never really wanted anything from. So I had a moment in time where I was kind of like, oh, I think I like their city bag, but it's just totally not my style at all. And I just think that it's just one of those brands that's too edgy for me. I know that I do have like an edgier style sometimes, but Balenciaga is more of like a edgy street style, which if I have any sort of an edgy style, I would say mine is more of like an edgy grunge, like rocker style, which is totally different from like street style in my opinion. So yeah, I've just never really found their style, not even just bags, like bags, shoes, clothing. I've never really had the urge to want to dress in that style. Of course, never say never, and things may change. They might release something that I really love in the future, but for now, that is why I have never bought from them before. So this next brand is actually not a like super high-end luxury brand, but I know that a lot of people in the luxury community love the brand Furla, and I haven't bought anything from them because, so I have seen Furla quality in person. I've been to one of their stores when I was traveling, and I really did think that their quality was good. You can compare it to maybe like Coach, I think. Their quality is about on par with them. However, I just think that there hasn't been a bag that I love that I want to spend my money on. And it's funny because sometimes it's harder for me to buy things from brands like Furla or Coach, or you know, the more middle tiered brands, even though they are less expensive. I just find that in my mind I'm like, oh, it's not really like an investment piece. If I did want to sell it on, if I did get bored with it, I'm not going to make the same amount of money back or even near the amount of money back. And so sometimes it's like harder for me to buy pieces like that. If I am buying something from one of those brands that isn't like a super high-end luxury one, I really have to think about it and almost take it into consideration even more than I would with a luxury piece, if that makes sense. I know that's kind of like backwards thinking because, you know, luxury pieces are way more expensive, but I do have to think really hard on purchases like that because I don't want to just have things to have. If they come up with a really unique bag that I love that's super functional, I might consider it, but yeah, until then I just haven't found a piece that I really think I need to add to my collection. And then the last brand that I want to talk about is also kind of along these lines, although it is a little bit more expensive than Furla, and that is Mulberry. So I don't know if Mulberry's had its moment and it's kind of gone, but I do think that it is like a classic brand, especially if you are in Europe. There's not too many Mulberry stores in the US unless you live in a bigger city, I believe. And the reason why I haven't bought anything from them is actually different from all of the reasons I've listed before. I actually do really love their bags, and they have released stuff in pink colors that I really enjoy. However, I have never bought anything from them because I just find that a lot of the bags that I want, for example, the Bayswater bag, I've had that like on and off on my wish list, but I didn't buy it because it was just like a medium satchel bag, which I have so many of now. Like it was similar in size to like my Kelly bag or like my LV Capucines bag, and I just have so many bags that are that like medium sized satchel already that I just didn't feel like I needed to add another one into my collection. And then in the larger size, I always think, oh, I already have my, you know, Givenchy Antigona bag that I use for a work bag, so I feel like that would kind of be a little bit redundant. So yeah, I've just never wanted to spend that money on a Mulberry bag that would be like a redundant bag in my collection. And plus, I think that secretly in the back of my mind, I'm thinking that if I did buy one of those Mulberry Bayswater bags, it's really a dupe for the Hermes Birkin bag, and I'm still waiting on my Birkin to arrive. So I know when I do get my Birkin, the need and the want for a bag just like that will be fulfilled by the actual Birkin bag. So yeah, that was all for my video. What did you guys think of my opinions? Do you agree with some of the things that I've said, or are there any brands that you don't have, that you don't buy from? I would love to know in the comment section down below. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye!